and I read a lot. I would rather read a book than play games. What did I do after high school? I went into nurses training. I was 3 years in nurses training. And I came to St. Francis for my psychiatric training, and that's where I met your grandfather. And then I graduated, and I worked at Wheeling Hospital. And then we got married, and I worked at Citizens General Hospital.
Wasn't your first date a double date with other people?
Yeah, you were dating the other guy.
Weren't you dating the other guy?
Yeah. Well, no. No, I was dating him, and then he went in the Army. And then our romance fizzled out, and so he basically set your grandfather and I out.
Oh, you were dating another guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's who said. I'm like,
Oh, I thought you did.
okay, I was like, what?
I know.
You were total revisionist history as far as we know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so he set you guys up. So you met on a double date. You didn't really meet at a psych hospital. Just wanted to get that out there.
No,
I think they had the
basically
psych
we met
ward.
at the St. Psych Hospital. He came down. I mean, I didn't know he was
But he wasn't a
basically
patient.
blind date. No,
That's where I was getting to. He was not a
no,
patient.
that's what he always told me.
How long did you guys date?
7 months. Oh, I don't know. At that time, he was dashing, and he had, waves in his hair. And then we were married 6 weeks, and he got his crew cut. That Robin came 10.5 months later. And then I went back to work, and then after Uncle Charlie was born, I didn't go back to.
Whenever you traveled all over the 50 states, the road trip, what were like awesome things that you saw?
Carlsbad Cavern, Asheville, the DuPont Mansion in Delaware.
Yeah.
They were probably the biggest, top 3.
What about you? What were your favorite things whenever you road tripped across the 50 states?
Well, I didn't have any favorites.
What did you really like?
Anything I saw that I enjoyed.
What were some of them?
Well, like I said, I liked the state of North Carolina real well because there was a lot to see there. A lot of water and a lot of mountains. Your grandma, you mentioned New Mexico, that town, the capital where they had the flea market on Saturday, remember?
Oh, is it Santa Fe? No,
Santa
it's not
Fe.
Santa Fe. What's another city?
It was Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Santa Fe and the Georgia, what's her name? She's a painter. Georgia O'Keeffe, there's a museum there. That was interesting. And
Boy, those rocks coming up from
oh yeah, the Palisades.
Palisades.
Was that New Mexico?
I think it was in New Mexico. Oh, beautiful. It looks like, the rocks look like curtains on the side of this.
I don't know what part. And then is it the Black Hills? I thought those were impressive.
What are the
She
Black
liked New
Hills?
Mexico the best.
Oh, Black Hills, I think. Oh, and Mount Rushmore is impressive. The only thing you take away from it is going up the road to Mount Rushmore, they have all these tacky souvenir shops on the way up. So it sort of takes away from the majesty of it, but when you get up there, it's very majestic. And then, of course, I like Washington, although we didn't do that on a trip. We went down to see the cherry blossoms one year. I like to see the monuments in Washington.
What about Washington State? Was there anything cool there?
We
didn't
really
see a whole
did.
lot.
Did we even stay in Washington?
Yeah, we saw one. We
Yeah,
didn't
we
stay.
didn't stay. I don't think. No, we didn't. I can't remember anything specific in Washington State. When we went into Las Vegas, the Strip was overwhelming. I said to your grandfather, "Get me out of here."
We went and come into the north first. Or no, we didn't. We come into the Strip.
And we came into the Strip, and it was horrible. I mean, it's just too gaudy. But I don't know if it's still there because this was, what, 20 years. There's a place called the Fremont Experience, and it's like a mini Strip. I mean, you have your gambling casinos and all, but it's not so overwhelming. like the Strip is. I mean, there's just too much gaudiness, too many statues, too many ornate hotels.
Did you
She
come in
never
at
even got into
night?
that.
No, it was in the daytime.
Okay. What?
She never even got into one of the ones
No.
downtown.
Fremont, I can't think of the one up there that we went to.
Oh, you like that flea market in Santa Fe?
Yeah, yeah, around the Capitol building, the Indians have a flea market. Oh, and I found out something. I can't remember what tribe it was, but they always wore their braids in the front of their shoulders to keep somebody from running up and grabbing and scalping them. That was an interesting piece of history I learned.
I drove 90 miles one way,
Twice a week.
twice a week.
For how long?
Huh?
For how
7
long?
months.
7 months.
And then talk
Night
about
and
your
day.
wedding.
Wednesday nights I didn't get any sleep. I just got back in time to get on the milk truck.
Well, our wedding was at St. Mary's Church in Morningside, Ohio. And we went to Florida on our honeymoon.
What'd you do in Florida?
Oh, we went to the beach. I tried to steal an orange off somebody's tree, but I couldn't reach it.
She was young and full.
Was it a grapefruit? I don't know.
I don't remember.
What part of Florida?
What part?
Mm-hmm.
We went to Miami.
Okay.
I don't know what, we were out on the beach.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I got sunburned, so I couldn't go out again. And then we came back, and I worked at the General Hospital, and he was a milkman. Well, that was fun.
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
My theory is it would be nice if you could have them till they're 2, then they go into hibernation till they're 18.
What's
Because
wrong
they're a
with...
lot of fun till they're 2. They don't talk back or anything. Then after 18, they usually have a modicum of sense, and you can talk to them again.
But they have to learn this sense
I know
from
they
you.
So therefore, I know. But I said that would be an ideal situation.
How did you deal with struggles whenever you didn't know what to do?
How did I deal with struggles?
Struggles.
I probably put my head in the sand and hoped it'd go away.
Who did the dishes and who cooked and who cleaned?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Before he retired, I did. After granddad retired, he did the cooking and for the cleaning too. He tried to take over the washing, but I didn't like the way he washed. I wouldn't let him do that.
Grandpa, talk about your business.
Huh?
Talk
Your
about your
business.
business.
Okay.
Your cleaning business.
A lot of work. Washing walls and rugs, doing janitorial service, waxing floors.
What was it called? What was it called?
Clean care with K's.
Why'd you put it with K's?
K-L-E-E-N.
I know, why?
I don't know how to spell.
You gotta have a gimmick.
Gimmick. If I had spelled it C-L-E-A-N, C-A-R, nobody would have
Nobody
paid
would
any
care.
attention to it.
When did you move out, or when did you move into your house on Morgan Street?
In January of 1965, right? Because Aunt Katie was 2 months old, and she was born in November of 1964.
Did you always want to have 4 kids?
I did.
Do I have to answer?
No. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Tell cool stories.
What?
Tell fun stories.
Fun stories. Haven't had any.
Yes, you have.
I
Talk
can't off
about.
the top of my head think of a sad story or a fun story.
Just talk about random things you did or stuff that you would tell somebody my age to do in their life or something not to do.
What are you doing this, putting this down for posterity?
Well, to do.
I like to learn.
Number one, always be honest. And number two, always be responsible. If you know something needs to be done, do it. Don't try to foist it off on other
Be
people.
yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. Be your own. To thy own self be
No
true.
babies.
Shh.
And work hard. And play hard.
That's good. Grandpa, do you have any things to do?
Same thing.
I was
Okay.
gonna say ditto.
What about things not to do? Except for not be honest and not
Yeah.
be responsible.
Well, don't drink
Right. I used to.
or use drugs. That's number
I didn't do that.
Good.
one and two.
Okay.
But I did
If you
that.
gamble, gamble in moderation. See, I like to gamble, but I never lose more than $20. If I lose $20, I quit. Sometimes I play 10 minutes, sometimes
I go read the
play
paper and I smoked a cigar when she was doing that.
Mm-hmm. Don't lose any
Only
money
one
that way.
time did I go with her on the receipt.
Yeah, you won.
I was on one row and she was on the other row. First thing I know, she's over grabbing the coins out of my bin.
But he won $125.
Nice.
I don't know how much I'd have won if she hadn't spent so much.
My God. You can always keep your word, make a promise. Be very careful about breaking it. Sometimes things happen, but you know, if you promise somebody something, try to do it. And of course, like I said, work hard, know thyself.
Sing.
Sing?
Yeah.
Do you like to sing, Grandpa?
I used to.
Why don't you anymore?
Can you hear this voice singing?
His cigar is ruined.
You didn't say sing well.
That's the only way I wanted to do it.
Well, I can't sing well, but I
Since
still
my nose
sing.
started running, I lost my voice.
Mm.
Well, the cigars too, I don't think helped it.
Probably not.
Talk about whenever one of y'all got hurt or sick, like the
When what?
random things. Like whenever you broke your ankle, talk about those
Well,
times.
that was a lot of fun. He was laid up for 4 months. The whole family took
Right.
over his
I was up.
janitorial services.
I was up 11 feet or 14 feet on a ladder. And the ladder slipped out from under me. There was a sudden stop.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like this. And the bottom went back. They changed the wax on the floor. And I could down like that. On the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And I crushed this ankle.
Were you by yourself?
Well, there was a lot of people in the mall.
Wasn't Jim wasn't
Yeah.
with you? Were you by yourself? or
Yeah, I
with
always
him?
did that by myself.
Oh, okay. And the girl that worked at the pretzel counter at a pretzel kiosk, she told me he fell and broke his leg.
Yeah, I was worried about my head when it went down, so I threw my arm up.
Mm.
I never even gave it a thought about my.
Yeah, he
I just come right down on
years later he fell on his head
them. I did after I got.
after he had his cataract removed.
I fell in the back of my head.
Grandma, have you broken any bones?
One time I broke my shoulder bone.
How'd you do that?
I was putting the dog out and I slipped in the snow. Yeah, we had a cage in the backyard.
Talk about all the animals you've had.
Talk about the stick in your eye.
Animals.
The what?
Stick in your eye.
Oh, were you and Katie both, or were just you there?
I think it's just me.
I went to Girl Scout camp. Linda was at Girl Scout camp, and I was breaking sticks to start a fire, and one went up under my glasses and poked my eye. So one of the Girl Scout, the teenagers was there, they had to drive me home. Then I had to wear an eye patch for 3 days and lay around and not do anything.
Harder.
But my eye healed completely. I mean, it was no problem. I forgot about that. That's about the only bad things I have. Was
Talk
that
about how horrible pizza doggies are.
about pizza doggies. Well, one time for a few weeks, I made my menu out every Sunday, and I tried new recipes. And pizza doggies were not a success with the family.
What are pizza doggies?
What were they? Wrapped in dough?
I don't know, they were horrible.
What was it, a hot dog?
Oh, then also I bowled on Monday, and Grandpap would make a big pot of soup in the fall, and I would freeze the soup, and then we would have soup every Monday, and that didn't go over too big. And then, of course, there's a lima beans and sausage,
But they're awful.
which your mother hates.
My favorite.
That's your grandfather's favorite.
Awful.
We haven't had that. We're going to have that one.
Well, honey, you have it. I don't eat them anymore. I did eat them.
We had that antipesto salad in the summer, that was always good.
I didn't hear a word you said, Linda.
Antipasto salad in the summer.
Well, yeah.
That was always good, I said.
But I mean, that was good.
Oh, yeah. I don't want this to be the negatives. Unless you want to talk about the hollandaise sauce. And Dad was never cooking again.
Oh yeah, Grandpa could be a prima donna. One time, what did he make? What are those bread?
It was asparagus with hollandaise sauce.
Well, what
Well,
is-
the holiday sauce, but this other, okay. He made asparagus. We had asparagus and he made holiday sauce. And
Yeah.
everybody turned their nose up at it. He was never going to cook again, but he did cook again. But you made some kind of Yorkshire pudding. What do you have with Yorkshire pudding? It's like a biscuit, but you drop them in dumplings or something. That didn't go over too good.
What were foods that everybody liked?
What?
What were the foods that y'all ate that
Well,
everybody
like
liked?
roast beef, potatoes, and carrots.
That was best.
Pork.
That's good. Roast pork, chicken, fried chicken.
We had lobster tail sometimes.
You're not
What?
in the video.
Lobster tail.
Yeah.
You're not in the video.
We haven't had that for a long time.
No, I don't like that either.
You don't like lobster tail? Mom.
And steak. They like steak.
Do you like steak?
I like steak. Hamburger's my favorite food. Though. Hamburger's my favorite, and bologna's my favorite lunch meat.
That's awesome.
What do they call bologna in Pennsylvania?
Jumbo.
Jumbo.
Grandpa, what's your favorite food?
Huh?
What's your favorite food?
I don't really have
You don't have
that.
one?
Thing is, Grandpa eats to live. I live to eat.
You know, if I could have a different meal every day of my life, I wouldn't cook it. I mean, I might not like it.
I was going to say yes, you
But-
would, because you wouldn't like all
At
of
least
it.
I had it. You
Right.
I tried it.
That's like with the rainbow trout yesterday. He was disappointed. But I always say, if you're in a German restaurant, you don't buy fish. We went to Long John Silver, or not Long John Silver, Longhorn Steakhouse. I think it must have been your 80th birthday. We went to the Meadows, I think, and then we went to there. And so he ordered shrimp. Well, it was on a skewer, and it was so tough, right?
Yeah, oh, was it?
It was so tough. So, you know, he told the waitress, and then the hostess came over, so they took it away. And I said to him at that time, if you're a steakhouse, you don't order fish. If you go to a fish restaurant, order fish. If you go to a steakhouse, order steak. But they brought him another, and it was okay.
Then they gave us a free drink for my 80th birthday.
Nice. Where did y'all go on a cruise to? Talk about the cruise. Or when did you go on a
Where
cruise?
did I go on a cruise too?
Yeah.
All over the world. I was in the merchant.
No.
We went to Ireland. And then we went down to, no,
Yeah, we left Miami. It was for our 25th wedding anniversary. And our children gave it to us. And we went to, we left Miami, went to Puerto Rico, and St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. That's all we stopped at one.
yeah.
We stopped the first three, what I didn't like that, you stop the first 3 days, and then you're on the ocean for 4 days, all you see is water. It's something you should try once, but I wouldn't go again. Maybe a 3-day cruise I would go again, but I'd never go on a 7-day cruise.
Talk about going to Ireland.
What?
Talk about going to Ireland.
There's a lot of stones over there, believe me. Every
Right.
field is stones. And I mean, for to move cows across the field, they gotta move a wall. I'm not kidding you, and those stones, some of them are pretty big. The people were pretty friendly. What she thought. Oh.
Well, your grandfather knew I wanted to go to Ireland, so he took me to Ireland. And I was very impressed, and then of course I went back again with Aunt Katie. But it's just, Ireland is Ireland. You have to go there to experience it.
Well, we were there when it was poor and then again when it was rich.
We were there first when it was rich. Aunt Katie and I were there when it was getting poor. Because we went in 99, and that's when they were really flush. And then when we were there, of course, we did it 2 different ways. Your grandpapa and I went on a bus, and it was bed and breakfast and like little provincial hotels. Aunt Katie and I went, we stayed in castles and the big name hotels. And I didn't notice it when we were there in 99, like all the help were like indigenous Irish. When we went in 2005, the hotel help were like from other countries. Some were like the Caribbean, you know, and those kind of other countries.
Probably Spain, Portugal.
But now I don't know. I would like to go back again. That's one thing on my bucket list. I would like to go back and see now that there, because that was probably when they were starting to descend. I'm sure when they were flush, that's when all these people came over, because it's a typical thing. The Irish people had jobs. They didn't have people to take these jobs, so they, you know, immigrated to Ireland.
Tell them where you want your ashes.
Oh, I want my ashes spread at the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland.
You know where the Cliffs of Moher are?
I don't, but I can find them.
They're
When
black.
you,
They're black.
and I hope when you go to Ireland, you get to tour some. I don't know how much you will.
It's on,
Cliffs of Moher. Well, Ireland's small. You can tour. You know. Well, Aunt Katie and I, we came in Shannon Airport, and I think by 4 days we were in Dublin, and then we were 2 or 3 days in Dublin, and we'd seen quite a bit of Ireland coming from Shannon Airport to Dublin.
What are more of your bucket list things, or things that were on your bucket list that you've done?
Well, going to Ireland was one of mine.
Right.
That basically was really what I really only wanted to do.
see,
I mean, I more or less did. We traveled.
we was in 48 states.
And, you know, more or less did what I wanted to do.
We saw the sun where it comes up first in the United States.
Where's that?
Cascade Park in Maine.
That's awesome.
There's a Cascade or Acadia.
Cascade.
I think it's
Huh?
I think it's Acadia. Cascade isn't in Maine.
Look it up.
Okay. But you were there.
It's either Acadia or Cascade.
Acadia is the national park in Maine.
Huh?
Acadia is the national park in Maine.
Okay, it's Acadia. You don't have to look it up.
Okay.
Majority rules. Yeah, that's a beautiful place. And the thing about Maine, they call it the pine street. When you're in, like on the fourth floor, you can get out. All you smell is pine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you go up there when the leaves are changing. Unbelievable. I mean, especially from being down here, because you don't get that too much.
Right.
I'm thinking we're in Pennsylvania. What's he saying? We don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
And I realize we're in Texas.
I think lunch is ready.